And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Liverpool content. Okay guys, so it is the start of the international break. Yes, we've got a little while now until Liverpool are of course back in action. Us as a support, us as a fan base are stewing over that defeat, whilst you may care to maybe admitting that the FA Cup's gone and you don't really care. It's still annoying, you know, we have to sit here and wait 2 weeks until we're back in action again, just thinking about that annoying defeat. But it is what it is. It's done. It's history. We're out of the FA Cup, but we still have so much to play for when the boys return back from international duty. And I am counting down the days until this international break is over, because I, like many of you, don't really enjoy international breaks. I really dislike them. Yes, I don't mind the Euros. I don't mind the World Cup, but international breaks and international football throughout the season, whether it be friendlies or the qualifiers, I just find it so boring. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I love football, but my goodness me, it's boring. In this video, guys, we actually have got quite a lot of things to talk about. We're going to be going through the 17 Liverpool players on international duty and the 13 not involved. We've got updates with regards to injuries. We've got updates with regards to players pulling out of international duty. We've just got a lot of stuff to discuss, to be perfectly honest. But let's start, of course, with the news that was Premier League news yesterday. Just a quick one guys, before we do get into today's video, I want you to check out the channel's official clothing store, Clothing. Each design is a limited edition and is perfect to wear on a match day, on the terraces at Anfield, down your local, or cozy in the comfort of your own home. Do browse our big collection by going down into the link in the description, or going to clothing.com. Thank you, and let's get into today's video. And that is that Nottingham Forest have become the second Premier League club to be docked points for spending offences this season, with Everton also facing new sanctions. Yes, Forest have been deducted 4 points after breaching the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules, which sees them drop into the relegation zone. The club, who are currently managed by Nuno Espirito Santos, fall behind Luton into 18th, with their points total dropping from 25 to 21. Again, they are the second side, as stated, are like our City rivals, to have points deducted. And this actually probably goes to show, so a lot of the people that are FSG out, with this new thing that we start to hear with Manchester City's 115 charges, you know, we're starting to hear about Chelsea, Forest and Everton obviously getting their points deducted. Also talk as well like Newcastle and Aston Villa coming very, very close. One thing under FSG and one thing in the, Liverpool, we're so far away. We're so in line with absolutely everything at this moment in time, and probably Spurs and Liverpool, out of the big clubs, are the sides that probably can, you know, not profit, but, you know, gain an advantage from these, like the Premier League sanctioning all these sorts of sides, just because FSG do run us very, very well. Despite people what they want to say, like spending money that we don't have, they actually do run this football club very, very well. And as stated, we won't be a side that come anywhere near these sanctions and breaches, which is a very, very good thing. Here's hoping they can get a scoot on with this Manchester City and Chelsea malarkey, so we can start to see what their punishment's going to be. Manchester City, 115 charges. Ooh, it could be relegation. I really, really did hope that they do get chucked down. In other news, guys, of course, our players have reported for international duty. However, on Sunday after the defeat, Jurgen Klopp did provide us with a bit of an update with regards to our injured players, and there was what seemed to be a potential bit of a doubt with regards to Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, Cody Gakpo. However, there is mostly good news on reporting up for international duty. However, a bit of bad news, I suppose, for Darwin Núñez, but actually is good news for Liverpool in the big scheme of things. But of course, Colombian outlets are reporting that Luis Diaz's groin issue that Jurgen Klopp spoke of was nothing serious, and he will carry on with international duty as planned, as he reported to their training base in London. There was also a report stating that Cody Gakpo is perfectly fine after the Dutch FA came out and said that Brian Broby would return back to Ajax Amsterdam. However, of course, Cody Gakpo was not told to go back to Liverpool, and as stated, reports are stating that his injury won't be a problem. However, Darwin Núñez has withdrawn from the Uruguay squad, but it should be okay for Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool striker Darwin Núñez has withdrawn from the Uruguay squad due to injury. The 24-year-old was included in Marcelo Bielsa's selection for friendly clashes with Basque Country and France during the upcoming international break. However, he will now not take part after sustaining a hamstring issue during the Reds' 4-3 defeat to Manchester United on Sunday. We understand that despite his withdrawal from international duty, there is hope that Núñez will not hand Klopp another fitness setback. It is thought that the striker's minor issue will have settled by the time Liverpool face Brighton at Anfield on March 31st. It remains to be seen, though, if the same can be said with regards to other players, but Darwin Núñez should be okay, despite, of course, withdrawing from Uruguay. There is another bit of injury news, and that's with regards to Owen Beck. He's out on loan, so we're not going to be touching upon this too much, but Owen Beck has made a temporary return back to Liverpool again, but this time for treatment on a groin injury that Dundee hope won't end his season permanently. Beck has finally seen a loan spell prove fruitful in Scotland, having joined on a season-long loan in a bid for regular first-team football. You may recall that he was brought back to Liverpool in January when Jurgen Klopp was without Andy Robertson and Costa Tsimikas due to injury, leading him to make his Reds debut. And after returning to Dundee at the end of January, Beck picked up from where he left off, as he now has a total of 4 assists and 2 goals in 28 appearances. But injury has now struck the 21-year-old with a groin issue, seeing him to return to Liverpool for a specialist treatment, with the injury worse than first thought. So here's hoping Owen Beck's development isn't sort of curtailed, and of course he can carry on where he left off and, as I said, get back to playing first-team football back with Dundee for the remainder of the season. Now, finally, guys, just to finish up, as stated, there is a total of 17 players from Liverpool's senior squad having been called up for international duty in March, but 13 miss out primarily due to injuries. We're going to be going through who is going to be involved where, starting with Andy Robertson. He is back in the Scotland squad for the first time since dislocating his shoulder in October, and will face off against the Netherlands' Virgil van Dijk and Cody Gakpo. Kelleher's form for Liverpool holds him in good stead to assume the number 1 role for Ireland, while Conor Bradley is in line for his first Northern Ireland appearance since June of last year. Liverpool have only one England representative, and that's Joe Gomez, who is back in Gareth Southgate's squad after nearly 4 years on the sidelines. Dominic Szoboszlai for Hungary and Costa Tsimikas for Greece both have games in Europe, as too Ibrahima Konate, who, as we stated, had medical checks with France and seemingly has been given the all clear. The centre-back missed the last 3 Liverpool games, and whilst it's not a good sign France have not sent him back, the club could have made attempts to play it smart to give him an extra rest. Alexis McAllister, meanwhile, will travel to the United States to represent Argentina. And then Wataru Endo is set to be involved in World Cup qualifiers and will travel furthest to play North Korea, both home and away. Klopp has 9 players involved at England youth level, including Harvey Elliott, Jarell Quansah, Bobby Clark and Jayden Danns. Thankfully, as stated, Egypt allowed common sense to prevail by allowing Mohamed Salah to stay on Merseyside and rest, but the majority of this first team not on duty is due to injury. Klopp also did hint at minor issues to Diaz and Gakpo. Liverpool March internationals in full. Senior players: Kelleher, Van Dijk, Gomez, Konate, Quansah, Robertson, Tsimikas, Bradley, Endo, McAllister, Szoboszlai, Clark, Elliott, Gakpo, Diaz, Danns, Kumas. Youths and loanees: Jaros, Nallo, Beck, Chambers, Miles, Morton, Kelly, Nione, Gordon. Left out: Adrian, Gravenberch, McConnell and Salah. Injured: Alisson, Matip, Alexander-Arnold, Jones, Bajcetic, Thiago, Jota, Doak and Núñez. So there you go, guys. That is the kind of state of play for this upcoming March internationals, and throughout the international break, due to the lack of content coming out, we'll keep you up to date with all the Liverpool players and how they actually get on for their respective nations. And yeah, here's hoping they all return back fully fit, and the players that have stayed behind do use this time as decent respite to get themselves back and ready for the run-in. But Liverpool fans, that's all I've really got for you today. Do let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below with regards to Darwin Núñez. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And remember to check out our Liverpool clothing by going down into the link in the description or going to cobbikeclothing.com. Thank you. I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.